I'm NIXIE Pixel, and you're watching a special GDC edition of OS Alt. This episode of OS Alt is brought to you by Audible. This past week, I attended the annual Game Developers Conference here in San Francisco, and because native Linux games are hard to find, I'm always on the lookout for them. So this week, I've chosen the 3 most exciting indie games at the show that are available or soon will be released for Linux. Number 3. I love adventure games, and Amanita's design, Machinarium, really made me feel warm and fuzzy inside. Their latest title, Botanicula, say that 5 times fast, it's gorgeous. It looks like Machinarium on LSD, and it sounds great too, having won this year's Excellence in Audio Award.
Botanicula is a point-and-click adventure game about a bunch of 3 creatures who want to save the last seeds from their home tree, and the tree is dying and it's infested by some evil parasites. But the game itself is about funny animations, exploring, finding some funny stuff, and about playing with the game rather than trying to beat it as soon as possible.
Where can I find this game?
The game will be released in the end of this month for $10.
All right, thank you very much.
Number 2. Inspired by Laser Squad Nemesis, the winner of this year's Audience Choice Award definitely got my synapses firing.
Our game is Frozen Synapse, and it's a simultaneous turn-based tactical game. And what that means is both players make their plan for what's going to happen in the next 5 seconds, they commit it together, and amusement and carnage ensues. There's a lot of random generation options in the game, so it's easy to make maps of different sizes and qualities. It was released earlier this year, and it's out on Steam. We had a humble bundle as well, it was out on there. And it's about $25 on Steam, so you can go pick that up. And you might think that's a little bit expensive for an indie game, but you do get a second copy of the game absolutely free with that you can give to a friend.
And you can play it with all your mates.
With all your buddies, yes, you can. It's coming to iPad as well soon. We hope to have that out in the first half of this year.
Okay, so, Android and Linux?
Hopefully, yes, it is on Linux as well. Yeah, thank you very much for reminding me of that. I don't want to neglect our wonderful Linux fan base, but PC, Mac, and Linux. That's right. It's an Android. We hope to do that eventually, but we'll see how the iPad version goes first.
Okay, before I get to my number 1 Linux game at GDC, time for some sponsor love. I actually much prefer having my addiction to sci-fi sated by sound waves. Really though, what passes the time better than listening to the unabridged version of Hitchhiker's Guide while you're stuck in traffic? Audible.com has the answer to the great question of life, the universe, and everything, plus 100,000 titles sure to charm your cochleas. Go to audiblepodcast.com/OSAlt to get a free audiobook download of your choice when you sign up today. Number 1. Speaking of enchanting your ears, Dear Esther has been described as an adventure game, an interactive digital novel, and even an audiobook with stunning visuals. While it defies description, one thing is for sure, Dear Esther is an awesome, gorgeous experience fully deserving of this year's Excellence in Visual Art Award.
Dear Esther is a kind of a story-driven, first-person exploration game about a guy who's stranded himself on a remote Hebridean island to kind of come to terms with a tragic event in his past. And it's kind of all about seeing what you can do with games as a medium and with the first-person game space, other than the traditional gameplay, and just seeing if you could use the space to tell a story just through exploring the environment.
I noticed there's like a whole bunch of, you have the keyboard, you have the Xbox controller. What platforms is this available for or will be available for?
At the moment it's PC only. We have a Mac port starting very soon, as soon as we get back. We're talking about a Linux port at the moment. So it's released on Steam, it's $9.99 and it's €6.99. And it's just out there now, so go get it.
These guys are making massive waves, pulling in big money and demanding Linux support, and the Linux users are responding by throwing money at it. In their short time, they've done more to support Linux gaming than all of the other Linux game companies ever combined. They're also showing time after time that there is a definite market for Linux games. Be sure to subscribe so you don't miss next Friday's episode. Thanks for watching OS Alt, your source for open source.